Okay. So, not sure if I'm going to release this tape, but anyway, I'm going to proceed as if I am anyway. It's the latest thing. It's a ceramic cigarette. Marlboro should have come up with these. Anyway. Like, you want to know how stupid is. In the Bible it says that in the last days there's going to be a stupor, basically, that envelops the consciousness of man, and man's going to be stumbling around in a pall. And it's happening now. I'm going to give you some examples. Superior Court jurists, Crown Counsel, Superior Court Crown Counsel, and senior level member of a prestigious downtown legal firm. Combined, this is like $1,200 an hour worth of talent. Okay. Combined, pay attention here. Combined came to this deductive reasoning. Now, it was late on a Wednesday afternoon. Okay. But 7 plus 12 times 2. Now, these illumined jurists concluded that the number was 36. And I have this in black and white documentation. But that's good enough jurisprudence. It's not actually the real stuff. It's the good enough stuff we provide for disadvantage for those who don't belong to our circle jerk, basically. Can't kind of cough up a nice tub of Vaseline every once in a while, you know. They get the good enough stuff for law. Like, you don't really have to add, sentencing accurately, do you? I mean, it's like the front page of the Toronto Star. You don't have to, any business publication that recommends purchasing 130% of anything is stupid, or entertainment, comedy. But I like to confuse the business sections of our noble journalists, noble practitioners of expedient journalism, particularly in the United States. They're firing presidents of networks because they want to display the truth of what's actually going on and what the United States is doing to people. In other countries like the U.S., citizens have no fucking idea of the belligerence and the bullshit that their farm boys have been inspired into prevaricating upon basically unarmed people. It's like robbing a guy in a fucking wheelchair. Anyway, got a bit off topic there. I can't remember how I got started into this. Jurists that can't add. Superior Court jurists that cannot be counted on to accurately add grade 4 mathematics, grade 3 mathematics probably, but we'll give them benefit there and call it grade 4, shall we? $1,200 an hour. To fail at that once should be, cause for dismissal, I would theorize. These are allegedly university-graduated individuals who either are too stupid to add accurately or who can't fucking be bothered while practicing the laws of this country to come up with enough wit to add simple figures together accurately. I would be more than delighted to provide proof of these assertions to anyone halfway interested enough to request this data. But when this is not the that could be a fluke, right? This is a one-off type of thing. So let me refer you to another incident we have, where we have a recently made partner at a downtown law firm called Cole Bonehead Codis and All, or something like that. And anyway, this illustrious partner, recently made partner, like feels like it was like if he's a made man now. He's got the fix in. Anyway, this master of jurisprudence has invoiced me $8,900 for his many hours of going over a 5,000-word essay that I wrote to a Justice Perkins, pointedly not to this gentleman, and let him know that it was not directed towards him. But he insisted on reading it anyway, and it's interesting that Justice Perkins provided that materials to him and would not provide me with my transcripts for 9 months as they languished in his office while I suffered financial hardship at his whim. Known financial hardship at his whim, because he can, you know. He gets to butt fuck the tall, good-looking guy with 2 arms up the ass. Why not, eh, Justice Perkins? Anyway, so this Stephen Codis. Now, I did the math on this. Like, math was not my strong point in school, but I don't have a university degree, and I do not practice law, not this kind of law anyway. I would not be dead practicing that guy got dead practicing that kind of law, but anyway, there are other kinds of law that I practice, but not those. In any event, with regard to those laws, this man's time, he claims, is worth $400 an hour, so that means it took him 22 hours to read a 5,000-word essay. Now, just to make sure my math is correct, I don't want to mislead anybody here. I did in my book. Alright, I got some math incorrect in my book, and I got to straighten that out. But I like to be the first to admit these things. Anyway, so we have got 5,000 words. Alright, so first of all, find how many minutes we've got. Alright, so we've got 22 hours. $8,900. Okay, so we'll do the math here and make sure everything's accurate. So $8,900. Okay. $8,900. Alright. Divided by 400 equals 22.25 hours. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I was off by 2.5. Tell you what, forget the 2.5 hours. Okay, it makes it simpler for me. I'm not too bright. So we got 22 hours. All right. Okay, 22.25 hours. Have it in your mind. 22.25 hours times 60, right? Times 60 equals 1,335 minutes. $1,335 minutes and 22.25 hours. Okay. Now, divide that by, so 1,335, remember that number, so, okay, so I'm going to go 5,000, I'm not too smart here, so 5,000 divided by 1335, right, equals 3.7 words a minute. 3.7 words a minute. This senior partner at Cole, Bonefont, and Codis et al. Downtown Toronto. So this senior partner managed to read 3.7 words a minute, and he wants to be paid $400 an hour to do this. So we're going to call this 4 words a minute, okay? Give him some elbow room here. All right, so 4 words a minute. Now, just so we're clear about what 4 words a minute is, so there is zero doubt in anybody's mind. All right, here we go. Good. C. Spot. Run. Away. See spot, run away. Now, so we have senior court jurists, senior crowns in Ontario, Canada jurisprudence that cannot add 7 plus 12 times 2. In case, for those math aficionados, I'm going to clarify this. In the math in the world that I come from, that number is 38, not 36. Now, I've got to allow that there's stuff about jurisprudential math that I don't understand. They got the hoodoo voodoo do thing down just perfect, and they got the lingo that nobody can fucking fathom because not that many people speak Latin these days. It's very convenient, isn't it? So they can have complete conversations so that everybody else looks like an idiot to them because they don't understand the jargon. That's a very dim view. Take funds customers. Anyway, far be it from me to counsel jurisprudence on manners, but let me assure you of this. As far as jurisprudence's last efforts with us are concerned, and in our sphere of influence, these are just kind of like vignettes, little pauses to assist in the elimination of the desperately demented illness that's using you. The ancients would call it demons living inside of you. If your reasoning is like a machine. Don't make financial sense, can't do it. Here. In 1971, 1972, and 1968, he officially went off the gold standard. I'm not sure how soon after that gold was released into the market for purchase. But in 1968 to 72, somewhere, gold was worth $32 an ounce. US dollars, Canadian dollars, didn't make much there. $32. I think the Canadian dollar was trading at about $1.10 US at the time. $1.05. And so, what reality is there in a world where the United States of America overspends itself by at least $17 trillion. That's $51,000 for every individual in the United States. Not 51 million like I had in my book. But that's not the real deal on value of currency either. Because all of the currency that you have today is printed based on debt, not assets. So the math is so weird and shaky and of pitiful substance that supports it. That it should be embarrassing and will be embarrassing. But that's not what we started to talk about here. What was it we started to talk about? I hate losing my train of thought like that. How did we get into this? How did I get here? Jurisprudence. Jurisprudence today in not just Ontario, Canada. Do you know what an insult it is to the men sitting in prison doing a 6-year sentence for robbing a grocery store? Or trafficking marijuana in the United States? Or cocaine? Or any of the opiates? These are God's gift to humanity. No other man has the right to tell any other man what to do with any of God's plans at all. Period. It's not within the realm of your prerogative. And some people are free to grow marijuana, smoke poppies, shoot their fucking brains out if they want to. With the stuff they're doing it with guns now. I'd rather see them do it with heroin than guns. We're going to lose a certain number of people to stupidity and brain dead ignorance. Hopefully, not too many, hopefully none. Now, cocaine should be about the same price as ivory snow or Tide. Like, would you get up and walk to the fucking grocery store for a box of Tide at midnight? I would. There are people all over this universe scouring fucking garbage bins for assets to purchase a nickel piece of crack cocaine, get them a little piece of, almost, I guess, a little kind of, almost taste of heaven, like a little kind of pathetic little glimmer of the sand of heaven. People devote their lives to its pursuit. They fail to realize that the real thing is inside them to start with. Anyway, getting back to jurisprudence. I think lawyers are stupid. It's stupid to have whoring judges. And it's even stupider to have lawyers because lawyers are whoring the judges. It's a whoring business. And it sees itself as a growth industry. Oh, we'll invent all kinds of new crimes. We'll rip off, we'll come out. Your assets are in any way debatable in the United States. Look the fuck out. Yeah. Somebody will slap a conspiracy charge on you and you have to prove where you got, how you got, whatever it is you got. In the land of the free and the brave. You see, you forgot something. You forgot one simple thing.